scammers or like people that are just lying are able to manipulate that. We're able to manipulate that, and now MacroPoint's stopping that.
This episode is brought to you by Isometric Technologies, ISO, the ultimate freight broker's secret weapon. With ISO, you'll have access to industry-wide service performance benchmarks, dynamic carrier and customer scorecards, and powerful analytics so you can understand your service strengths, address your weaknesses, and differentiate your carrier network from the competition. To learn more and get started, visit iso.io today.
April 13th, Saturday, 2:37 p.m. We have about 30 minutes before Christian and I fly to Chicago. Tom's renting a pickup truck and driving to Joshua Tree, and we'll be sleeping in the desert. We're going to do a quick recap of TIA. We're at the JW Marriott here in Phoenix. We spent the last 3.5 days or so here at this resort, at the TIA.
Beautiful resort.
Capital Ideas Conference. Yeah, beautiful resort. We have Christian Gebis, my co-founder for Shipper Serum and Freight Caviar, to my right. And to my left, we got Tom Stowinski. Tom Stowinski is a man of many trades, loves logistics and loves the wild.
Legend.
Yeah,
right.
Legend. We'll do a quick recap of TIA. I think I want to begin from like Wednesday. We spent 4.5 hours. Tom, you weren't there because you flew in on Thursday, but Christian and I spent 4.5 hours at the media day for TIA. I kind of want to talk about like a few companies that like kind of stuck out for us, because there's in total 28 companies featured that had some form of presentation that they, either announced something, and this is TMSs, appointment scheduling, some AI, email tools, voice to our app, Shipper CRM, and our partnership with Triumph Financial.
We launched
Triumph Pay and TMS.
Yeah, we launched on that media day. Well, technically the day before the media day.
Yeah.
But we did a investment announcement. Triumph Financial is now an investor in Shipper CRM alongside Tim Hyam, the Send TMS CEO. So that was nice. We participated as well. So
yeah, we participated. But I feel like a lot of people already have seen the content we published about that. If you haven't, check out shippercrm.com. But let's focus a little bit on the other companies that have.
Look at that beautiful bird. I'm sorry for interrupting, but we've got a beautiful bird right here. Yeah. Derek's going to record it on his phone. It's stealing a chip right there.
Nacho.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so there's a few companies I want to talk about that stuck out for me at TIA. One was WireBee.
Yeah, I was actually
WireBee essentially prevents fraud from the telephone, saying like you hook up with their system, you get like a phone number that they give you, and then you use that phone number for DAT. And let's say like a scammer calls you, it detects if it's a scammer or if it's like a bad MC, and it blocks it. So you don't ever get the phone call, which is, I think, cool because it was so innovative. I never thought about it until I saw that. I'm like, damn, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, as soon as you pick up the phone or you get a phone call from somebody and it tells you like everything about, that company.
Well, it blocks out the scammers away. So you don't even, your phone doesn't ring as a scammer. Like, it just, only legitimate companies call your phone.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Which is I mean, awesome.
I guess I was very fascinated by that company, but I had to ask a couple of questions to that guy.
Yeah.
So I guess my only my comment about it was that like I really wish that it was it was much more simpler explained. Like the way you explained it is like as soon as you get a call, it's like helping you block out double brokers.
So the system blocks away.
It was a little bit of a lengthier presentation, but I mean overall like the concept I think is phenomenal, to be honest with you. So it can be helpful to a lot of people.
Yeah. Tom, any thoughts on WireBee? You saw him, right?
I did not see WireBee.
Oh, we didn't visit them.
I heard a little bit of talk about it. Sounds super cool. I'm sure people in the comments are gonna have questions.
Yeah.
Probably like, but what if like I have my biggest customer that gets mistaken and can't call me or something like that? I wasn't there for the presentations.
So you have access to all numbers that call you.
Okay. You see everything and you got a breakdown summary. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
If it's like your favorite customer, they probably have your cell phone or they can text you,
Yeah, that's true.
Or email you or something like that. But I thought that was pretty cool. The second company that I thought was great was freightclaims.com, which essentially like if you have any claims in the freight brokerage industry or trucking, you could upload all the documents. It kind of tells you step by step what you need to do in order to like make sure that you get like paid out that claim from the insurance provider, and it just simplifies the whole process using technology.
Is that free?
I doubt it's free now. I mean, and then they also have the consulting side where they can help you consult if you need help with more claims. They're like specialists in freight claims. So it's nice, easy name, freightclaims.com. I think that's just perfect name for it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and I thought that was cool just because like a lot of like claims like always like just get dragged along, like they're just sitting. You never really take care of them, and like there's.
Did they report any metrics like around how many claims maybe they've helped resolve?
I think they just launched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just launched. But the guy has been an expert in freight claims for years. So he's got a lot of experience in his belt. So that's another company that I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be helpful for some people for sure.
Yeah, freightclaims.com.
One thing that I thought was actually interesting, for actually Triumph, was that they launched international payments.
Payments to Mexico.
Payments to Mexico. Yeah, what they call it international payments.
Yeah, they're planning on also expanding into Europe, Asia as well as that. Like,
so I think they just launched the payments in peso. So they were saying that a big pain point for a lot of their customers were, getting paid out in I think in dollars. That was how she described Haley described it from Triumph.
Yeah.
And then there was a question in the audience too that asked, are they going to launch it to Canada? I think, right?
They launched in Canada in 2019.
Oh, they already launched to Canada, right? Yeah. So that's cool. So they're expanding more, to more currencies, which is pretty nice. And it's like on trend because there's like the whole nearshoring, thing that, with manufacturing, everything's kind of coming back into not necessarily the U.S. but Mexico.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab real quick something from my bag.
No problem.
Just because I'm gonna miss a lot of companies maybe potentially, but I have them all here.
Oh, this is smart.
So we could kind of run down. Yeah, run them down. So yeah.
By the way, Christian's running on how many hours of sleep?
Oh, like 5. I'm less than.
Yeah, we're a little bit fatigued. It's been so much fun, but we're not the sharpest.
Yeah, the last day conferences are usually fun.
Yeah.
So
Tom's been sleeping on the balcony.
I just had a rough night. I had In-N-Out burger and got murdered in the bathroom today.
TMI.
Yeah.
I don't think our podcast listeners want to hear that. Let's get back on track here, guys.
I don't know about that. Have you ever had that experience? Is it In-N-Out?
Yeah. So another company, QUED, they do like calls right here, 100% appointment automation. Essentially, like if you want to schedule appointments to like big receivers that are difficult to get a hold of, you could schedule or you could like automate it to where like the system knows that you want to set like a good appointment. And sometimes you can't schedule an appointment until like maybe a week out from the delivery or a few days before the delivery. As soon as that appointment is available, it locks it in for you automatically, which is nice. Yeah.
And the name, it's queued, like queued in line.
Yeah, queued. Queued. Nice. And the interesting story about that was that the former CEO and founder of Trucker Tools, Prasad, was an investor of Queued before, and he just came on as their CEO a month ago.
Oh, wow.
So, and he's had a successful exit of the Trucker Tools. They've done a great job. So that's pretty cool just to see Prasad's going to get back in the game as the CEO of Queued. I'm going to pull up a few other here. There's a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Which one? Sorry, did I not put it in here?
I felt like there's a couple more there.
There's a lot more. I think I have it in my bag. 1 second.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, good, brother. This is Freight Caviar, baby. We wing it.
Caught.
And we do the best we can.
All right, here it is. I got it. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So that's let's see here. Okay. There was one that really intrigued me just because I'm interested in like, I guess, the knowledge of like how to build and sell a company. And there's a company called Black Belt Consulting that like has technology where like if you're a brokerage owner and one day you want to sell your company, you provided all your financials and like the technology like gives you like kind of a framework to work off for the next year or two, or maybe 5 years of how you could get to that number. Let's say you want to sell for $20 million. These are the benchmarks you need to achieve in order to get there.
Really cool.
I thought it was really cool. And like, and then they also offer consulting services and like they help you buy and sell. They help you sell your business if you're a brokerage.
Do you know how
and it's specialized in brokerages.
Specialized in brokerage, logistics, transportation.
Did you by chance ask how fast they like how long? How does the process look like when you get started with them? Like, is it like 2 weeks before they get you kind of like some metrics.
Hey there, amazing listeners. If you're enjoying what you're hearing on our podcast, we need your support. It will only take a moment, but it would mean the world to us. Please make sure to hit the like button on this video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share with one of your friends that would enjoy our content. Your engagement helps us reach more people and bring more awesome episodes to you. Thanks a million, and thanks for being part of the podcast community.
I have no idea how long it takes. I did ask him about valuations in brokerage, and he's saying that there's still a lot of demand. A lot of people are wanting to acquire brokerages. So valuations haven't really changed. Obviously, it depends on various factors. And sure, like maybe 2021, the valuations were high. Oh, the numbers were higher just because the revenues were higher, but the multiples were more or less the same. The multiples haven't really decreased, which I thought was...
What are brokerage multiples?
Like, let's just say, well, multiples just...
multiples on the revenue in terms of how you get to valuing how much you want to totally pay for a company.
You know like a multiple, right, on a business? Let's just say like you have...
Like 8x is the...
I think on a
brokerage, I think it's like close to 2. I might don't know.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, don't
like I asked the question, and the guy says there's so many various like variabilities or depend like it depends like what you're at,
technology,
what sticky contracts you have.
Oh yeah, this is what we talked about with STG.
There's so many variables.
The 3 buckets.
Exactly. There's so many variables to it, and like he couldn't pinpoint one, but he said it ranges I think from like 4 to 10. It could be like 4 to 8, but like it really like depends on so many factors.
Got it. The way that works is you take your last month's EBITDA.
No.
And then you do times it 8x.
The thing,
no.
He's right. He's totally right on the different factors, but I don't think that the range, in terms of like total range of what that multiple can be, I don't think it can be more than like you can't get 10x out of a freight brokerage, right? Like 10x, you're getting into.
I don't think you said 10x.
Why not? Like the way I understand
are
it,
very slim,
and I was explained this like this is not the way I was explained it. So if you're looking to sell your company for 10x EBITDA, and say a company is willing to pay that, that means that you take your last month's EBITDA and you times it by 10. That means you get the next 10 months of your income at this pace sold, and that's how much money the owner gets. And now the next owner comes in, and his bet is I can start making more, or like worst case, it keeps making the same as it has been, and within 10 months, that's going to return itself.
So I think it'll be best to like continue this conversation on a different podcast where we get an expert.
Yeah.
In a sense, just because like I feel like we're speculating out here, and we're not going to provide any good answers because we might be providing completely wrong information. And I don't.
If there is an expert out there, we'd love to talk.
Let's hit up Black Belt. I'll hit up Black Belt. We'll get a podcast with him, and we'll ask all these questions. We'll ask all these questions. Cool. But whatever we just said right now, warning, we might have just
discretion advised.
These are just all opinions.
Yes.
So fact check. But okay, so besides that, there was fraud guard announced by Descartes, which is Macro Point. Basically, apparently, well, I've known this, I guess, for a while. Like Macro Point has been giving fraudulent pins, where like you, in a sense, like not fraudulent, but like spoof pins. Like they weren't actually in that location where the Macro Point said they were, because scammers or like people that are just lying are able to manipulate that. We're able to manipulate that. And now Macro Point's stopping that. They're introducing fraud guard, so that they won't allow you to work with those carriers.
So carriers were using like some kind of hacking VPN things to show that they were actually en route when they weren't actually. Now they
are very easily spoofable.
Okay.
You basically can not hack them, but you get full access to them. And you can just straight up simulate the GPS coordinates. So you can have like an Android server farm in wherever. Literally like this many Androids, and each one looks like it's the truck.
Wow.
And you just tell it to go and run the lane. You know?
Okay.
So you could technically do that with iPhone, but like iPhones are harder to jailbreak now too. But anyway.
Okay, cool. Do you know the how of that by any chance, or
how to spoofing?
Of how their new Macro Point upgrade, how like the tech or like the science?
It wasn't super clear to me when he was talking about it.
Yeah, I don't think they're actually trying to like talk about it, because maybe then if like people know, they might be able to spoof it again. You know. So I don't think they actually got into that too much. Trimble, Trimble's a huge operator in this business. They own Transporion, which is TMS. They acquired, I think, for a lot of money a few years ago. They announced basically like a partnership with Mode Global, where they're doing like a live load board through Transporion, through their TMS. So Mode Global, a brokerage, has using Transporion and TMS. They're having a live load board where you could book loads from Mode Global. Basically, like it's like a nice integration. So like if you're just like a brokerage and you're using Transporeon, you could also have like a live load board.
If you're a brokerage using
Transporeon TMS,
TMS,
yeah, you could also have like a live load board where like the Coyotes have Go Coyote, Echo has their load board, Uber has load. Like you could have that. If you don't have the capacity or the ability,
Is there a white label thing?
Basically, I guess, yeah, it's a white label thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. So Trucker Tools announced some carrier sourcing stuff. We had Shipper CRM, CS Recruiting. I got my job at Everest from CS Recruiting. I got 4 job offers 1 week.
That's our CCO.
Shout out Charlie.
Chief Commercial Officer with his high noons walking by.
Celebrity appearance.
Yeah.
Focus here.
But yeah, CS Recruiting announced they're doing some talent advisory services from all the data they have and all the years of experience in the industry.
Those metrics that she showed, you posted about them.
I did, yeah. People are interested in research. I'm sorry?
CS Recruiting was here? Oh, that's
I remember here. Yeah, Charlie was presenting. I needed it.
I think Charlie's so cool. I've seen her talk with you.
Okay.
I think she's such a cool.
Yeah, Charlie's great. Charlie's great.
Too bad I didn't get to meet her. I flew in too late.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I mean, there was many other companies. Elite Solutions also announced a partnership with Isometric Technologies. ISO up their
So did you understand what that was about? Because I understand that they're partnering together.
Yeah.
But what was your take on?
So they just like all of Lean Solutions customers will have the ability to use ISO. And like I think they're gonna want to. Lean will want their customers to use ISO in the sense like it will provide. Yeah, it's more like you're able to compete better on like winning shippers, I believe, if you're using ISO. So yeah, those are partnerships was announced. Those are like, yeah, some of like the companies that stuck out for me. There's various other companies, great companies as well that maybe we didn't mention, but yeah, they were there as well. So that was Media Day. After Media Day, there's a party at Truck Stop, which Truck Stop rented a museum.
Yep. It's like a music museum.
Music museum, which is pretty fun. And then, yeah, Thursday morning, we went on a hike. You missed it. Thursday morning, we went on a hike.
It was really fun.
Pinnacle.
Tiring.
And you guys woke up bright and early for that.
Yeah, I mean, I was good because I woke up, like, I just flew in from Poland, so
My favorite moment of that was we're in the car, already packed and everything. And I'm like, yo, Paul, where's Bob? We're supposed to call Bob. Literally, Paul picks up the phone, calls Bob, and Bob picks up. He's
just woke up.
He's still in bed. We're all packed in the car completely. And we're like, Bob, you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get down from your hotel room in here because we're about to leave. He made it within 2 minutes.
Yeah, he made it. Yeah, Bob.
He's a trooper.
But shout out to Brent Orsuga from Pinnacle Growth Advisors for organizing that. It was 40 people. It was a beautiful sunrise on Pinnacle Peak. And so that was an amazing way to start the day. Then we had breakfast, networking. What else did we do? That was all day of conference day on Thursday.
Yeah, then the exhibition on what we're on Wednesday, right?
Thursday. I'm talking about Thursday right now. So it's Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday we had Pinnacle Peak. Then we had conferencing. That was like the first full day of the conference.
Yep.
And then, I mean, Tom flew in at night. I actually woke up Thursday morning and Tom like texted me. He's like, "Jay Paul, I'm landing at 6 p.m. See you then." And I knew that Tom might come, but I was actually thinking he's not gonna show up. But Tom flew in from Cancun.
Also a trooper.
Yeah, also a trooper. Made his bed on the balcony. Tom slept on the balcony. So
yeah,
there's
not exactly what the sleeping arrangement was gonna be like, but we made it work.
Oh, it was amazing. The birds woke me up in the mornings, and all the brokers showing up to the conference. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is here, it's not humid, like at least for the most part. What was it?
No, I slept amazing both nights. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of cold last night.
I was a little chillier last night. Yeah, but I also woke up at 4 and like
sure
that was
definitely. Any takeaways for you, Christian, on Thursday? Like when you because you went to I think the sales presentation.
Yeah, the sales presentation was good. So I think Trey, the only 2 people that I knew there were Trey and Kara.
Yeah.
It was they had a couple of different good points. No, like for me, it was not too many like key takeaways, but I thought that overall the presentation that they were giving and talking about, it was very interesting. One of the things that they were basically trying to communicate, I think Kara was talking about this too, was like the quality of the data that you get, and as well as who you're targeting is extremely important because Trey started. I remember this one point. Like Trey was arguing. I forgot what his argument was, but Kara came in and basically said that what she believed mattered was who you're targeting is extremely important, because if you target the wrong audience, like whatever, you send an email to my grandma, like great, you got it to my grandma, but it's gonna be a waste of time. It might damage your email reputations. So that was I thought it was quick takeaway.
Got it. Thursday night, there was a party. We were hanging out in the bar for a while. I remember that.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of networking.
Last night?
This was Thursday night. So Thursday night, we'll be there in a second on Friday. We only had like 5-10 more minutes just to recap. I was about to get going to the airport, unfortunately, but trying to think if there's anything on Thursday. I guess what I do actually want to add to this. Sorry, Tom.
What'd you guys do when I was on the balcony? You guys went out and were asking me if I wanted to join you guys.
Yeah, we were out of this bar right here, I think, most of the time. Yeah, we didn't do a lot.
There was a lot of people there, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a packed bar downstairs. It was fun. It was a good time. I did want to add that, like, on my flight from Chicago to Phoenix on Wednesday morning, I coincidentally sat next to Phil Shook, who ran Intermodal at C.H. Robinson for over a decade. And the way we found out that we were sitting next to each other was that he saw my tweet on that, like, I was going to interview myself because I couldn't find anyone else in logistics to interview.
That you sent on the plane.
That I tweeted on the plane because it was a photo. I actually took a photo of my seat. And Phil, like, nudged me, like, 40 minutes to our flight. And he shows me my tweet. He's like, I follow you on Twitter. I ended up interviewing Phil on the plane. And then we ended up actually doing a podcast with him yesterday morning, which was awesome.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Good pod. If you're like interested in intermodal and C.H. Robinson history, he's a legend. Definitely worth checking him out.
We're recording something right now.
Recording a podcast. Yeah, no problem.
No worries. Yeah.
Potentially.
Freight caviar.
We're finishing in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we got. It's called logistics. We were just here for a conference in logistics, so we're just doing a recap.
It's just not.
We'll be done in like 5 minutes.
We'll finish it, but
Yeah.
honestly,
No,
let's go back there.
We'll be out of here in 5 minutes. So Friday we had interview with Phil Shook. Should be out in a few weeks. This will be out, I think, in the next couple of days. I'll tell Derek to get this sent out on Monday, so we do a recap on Monday. But I'm trying to think. Friday we also did an exhibition. We did an interview with Adam Koch, who owns I forgot.
I love Adam.
Solutions.
Iron Peak Solutions in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Very cool brokerage, up and coming, cool story from the trucking side, and Chicago type story.
Yeah.
Which awesome young guy who's coming up.
That podcast will be out in a few weeks. And then we had the exhibition. Exhibition was great. Talked to a lot of people. And then there was a DAT party, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had cigars. It was a lot of.
Oh, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was so wild.
Some heated discussions.
A lot of discussions from what I've heard.
Yeah. Definitely got heated a little bit. But I'm trying to, like, real quick recap, I guess, in a few sentences. Christian, like, what is your takeaway?
I think I really like coming to TIA, and the fact that one thing that I really like about TIA is the way that they structure the schedule, so that you have an exhibition period where you go in only for 2 hours, right? 2 hours, or I think it's 3 hours, and each day, like yesterday, there was one exhibition period for 3 hours from 11 to 2, and then another one from 5 to 7, and basically they're very good at basically making sure that the conference goes all together and does everything together, as opposed to kind of diluting out the density of the audience. So it always feels very active. It feels very connected. It's very large, but it's then also feels very small. We were just talking about this, that, like, you know, compared to some other conferences, which we like, the ones that we go to in general, but this one is like, it's like an owner of every freight brokerage here, and it's really sweet. Like, you talk, directly to these executives, and I really like it. So
100%. I 100% agree with you. Tom, anything to add? What are your thoughts? This is your first TIA.
Yeah, this is my first TIA. Honestly, phenomenal. The place here, this JW Marriott Hotel, I mean, the way they organized it, everything's beautiful. Everyone was happy, laid back, like just the Arizona sun. Gorgeous. And then, the people here, like, if you're a brokerage, it's cool to kind of talk to other brokerages and get to know them, and then talk to all the TMS people and see, like, what's the difference between these TMSs, and then talk to the tech people that are here and see where like the industry's going and like how you can implement this into your business. So like I think this place is gold for brokerages. And yeah,
From what I've noticed, like there's pretty much like if there were one event like throughout the year, or maybe there's a couple that executives go to, like the most that I see at least this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that or not.
Okay,
but
so what I would add to this is the fact that, like, okay, if you're in freight tech or freight media, freight broker media, and freight broker tech, sorry, to be more specific, this is like the most important conference of the year. Like, there's nothing more important than this. And for like just Freight Caviar and Shipper CRM, like if there was one conference we should go to every year, like this is it.
Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of people like from like even the freight tech side, and like they were like so happy with it, surprised like how many deals they got done, how many prospects they have, leads.
Yeah.
And I think for the brokerage side, it's really important to go to conferences where there's shippers. This one is more for like knowledge and education, understanding what kind of tech exists in the market, what the best brokerages are doing on the market to differentiate themselves with the customers, and how to build that in your company, and just like kind of educate yourself and network with like others in the industry. You know, also just for prospecting, you could meet a lot of great people here. So I think overall, like that's like the way I'd put it in that perspective. Like if you're a broker, this is great for education. You're not probably gonna get any shippers here, but you're gonna learn a lot. And you
connect with other brokerages, learn from them.
Other brokers, exactly. And it's honestly just a great time because like everyone's either in brokerage or selling a brokerage. So
if you're starting a freight tech company and you're selling to brokerages primarily, like this, you have to come here because even if you don't land a customer, okay, you can basically talk to.
You probably won't land a customer. There's like zero shippers basically. There's a couple. There's a few.
Well,
It's a freight tech company.
Freight tech.
Oh,
Like as a freight tech company, like even if you don't land
Looking for a freight broker,
brand new, you're trying to explore with it, an
Yeah.
idea, whatever, you can come here and actually test out that idea by just simply talking to all these people, you know?
Exactly.
So it's
I agree.
awesome.
Gentlemen, we're gonna have to wrap up here. We have to
I think I'll literally be so sunburned from
take a flight to Chicago. But this is great. We're gonna miss you all.
dude, I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
Hopefully see you back in Poland.
See you in Chicago, maybe.
Come
Although you're leaving late April.
Yeah, I was like chilling the whole time. I should have been.
You're
I was
late
kind of
April.
like this because I'm sunburned here, bro.
Yeah, we'll see each other back in Poland.
Yeah, hopefully very soon.
Swing through in Chicago if you
That's right.
can. So
Yeah.
So, anything you want to say in the camera?
Thank you for tuning in. You guys are the best. Send in questions. We love you guys. We're here to help the industry, unite everyone, and make life better.
Nice.
Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Freight Caviar podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, or if you didn't, leave a review. Let me know what you think. I appreciate any feedback. If you'd like to have more Freight Caviar content, go to freightcaviar.com and subscribe to my email newsletter.